Hello everyone, my name is Rainer and welcome back to another episode of Luxury Utopia in Oxygen Not Included. In the last episode, we of course made our new space program with a big block of window tiles out of diamond, which connects to this steam room, which isn't steam yet, but whatever. And as long as we keep launching rockets, this block will get hotter and hotter, and the steam will then eat the heat, generating power out of it. So that is very efficient, very nice. So yeah, I'm happy with that. In this episode, I actually wanted to start with a big rocket, but for that we need to do quite a bit of preparation. We have to make oxalites and make the big rocket. I don't know if we get to it, but in general, I want to start digging out this ice biome. I know it served us well, making a lot of metals here, but actually, it's a little bit wasteful because you can also generate power with the hot liquid that the metal refinery expels. Of course, at the top here, we have a lot of ice, and I don't want to necessarily melt all the ice. That would also be very cost inefficient, power inefficient, I should say. So instead, we're going to make an ice storage. And I think I'm gonna just do that here in the corner, which means we're gonna make a little bit of a box. And I'm just gonna do that out of ceramic, like this. And this is going to be my ice storage area with two auto dispensers. I am going to add a couple more tiles because we're gonna make doors here. Gold amalgam should be fine, and I'm gonna make 3 because the when I'm locking this room, the outer 2 will be closed, and then the middle one will be closed and then open, which makes this a vacuum, which means that heat should not transfer through. To control the doors, I want to have a couple of signal switches. I'm gonna make 2, one here, one there. And then the right one is going to control the outer doors, like this, and then the other switch is going to control the middle door. Okay, so let's then dig towards this. I'm just gonna go like this and dig up this as well. That should be more than enough. And then I also need to get there from the bottom, because we're gonna have to make that as well. So I'm gonna make it like this. And maybe I'm gonna leave this for now. Yeah, let's do the top first. This here we can remove as well. So deconstruct this, deconstruct this, deconstruct this, and also the ladder. Everything can go here. I want to actually close this off because I want my duplicants to, well, this is actually venting gases into space, which is a bit wasteful. It's not a lot that is being vented, but it's more than 0, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm gonna just close it off. We can always go to the top if we want via this here. It will take a little bit more energy, but it is what it is. But we're gonna close this off and we're gonna make another solar panel here. And then we have to move this rocket over as well. Let's actually see how this is doing. We can connect this to put a little bit more petroleum in here. Let's actually just do this. So we're gonna connect this. We're gonna decouple this. And then we need 270 kilograms of petroleum in there. Let's reset this. We should be still connected. Yeah, okay. This doesn't need to be unhooked. Yeah, that should work. And then we can just fly to here. And then we can remove the rest of this stuff here and make more solar panels. One thing I want to do on Toxazon, which I actually forgot for quite a while, is I want to put a little bit of a liquid here. These are being cooled by the cold water that is flowing through here, but it is only using the gases and there's not that much. So what I can do here, and I actually already made the pipe, as I'm going to transfer over a little bit of liquid, 20 kilograms should do it. It's going to be dropped here and it will actually fill this area here. Maybe at a later moment we have to add more, because I also want to close this off, of course, because slowly the liquids will, and there we have the shot again, slowly the liquids will of course flow down again. A little bit will stay, but maybe it's gonna be too little. I'm not sure. All right, here one of the rocket platforms is gone. Let's actually just bring this rocket into space. Let's set it to crew. Nails. Back in. Let's fly. And then we're gonna just land here. Rocket is gone. Land here. Which of course means more heat is going to come into here. I don't know, what is this? Carbon dioxide. Okay. That is lagging quite a bit. But yeah, this is now over 200 degrees. So that this petroleum engine actually generates a lot more heat than these carbon dioxide engines. Very nice. We can also remove all of this here now. We can remove the liquid pipes. And now we can remove these as well. Let's remove everything. And we can fill this up with solar panels for extra power. Talking about power, I want to have a little bit of extra backup power. So I'm going to make another layer here with hydrogen generators. Let's put in 2 or 3. Let's make it 2 for now. Heavy watt wires over here. And then we need to have a little bit of automation wire. Like this. Should be okay for now. And once all of this is built, we can also lead the hydrogen to there. And we still have plenty of hydrogen to go. So no biggie, we can do this and make sure that this battery always stays quite full. All right, this is now all gone. So let's build a couple more solar panels. Yeah, that is not necessary. We could make one here, but I think it's gonna be okay like this. We have 4 more, which is quite a bit of power. And then we can sweep all of this up. Made a mess. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Of course. We have nails in here. Sorry, nails. I made the classic mistake. So let's build a couple of ladders here so you can get out. Let's make this a high priority. In the meantime, I also want to remove everything here. Just deconstruct it all. Because this rocket has to go. It's just not up to par anymore. Alright, we can put all the liquefiables in here. We make it sweep only. And we make it a quite bit of a higher priority. And then we copy this to here. Just to make sure that we have this set up correctly. And then we can remove this one here. Because this was where we put the liquefiables before. And then we can start sweeping up all of the ice at some point. So we are going to make the doors now so that if we want and when we want, we can make sure that this system is thermally insulated. Alright, all these doors are in now. We can suppress these messages. They're annoying, but now if we want to close the doors, we can do this. Then close this door. Then open it again, which will make this a vacuum. And now thermally, nothing will change here. So all the ice that's here in this atmosphere, so everything in here will stay the same temperature and the heat will not seep in. But for now, we're gonna just open this up again so we can store the ice when we want to. Let's actually start storing some ice, which means we have to do a big sweep command. So let's actually make this as a 4 or something. Not the highest priority. Let's leave the glass there. Don't want to move that. But here all of this can be swept up. And they should prioritize the ice before anything else. Alright, and here's the first 9.7 tons of ice and 5.4 tons of polluted ice. Which will make this area here super cold. As you can see, minus 56 degrees. Which means that this ice will stay ice for an extremely long time. So if we ever need ice to make some temp shift plates or something like that, then we can do that very easily because we have some ice ready to go. Let's actually also make a couple more pipes here. I want to have another power spine on this side. Right now we have cables all through the area. So if we do it like this, you can see my power wires are going all over the place. We have a nice spine on this side. I want to have a similar spine on this side. We need to see how we're gonna cool that exactly. But yeah, we need to get rid of a lot of the mess that is going throughout the whole area. So let me see. In the end, I want to connect this transit tube up to here. So let me actually start making this pipe up. We need to remove a couple of ladders for that because we cannot make transit tubes through ladders. Oh yeah, Nails' mess. We need to clean that up as well. Otherwise we get polluted oxygen in here, which I don't fancy that much. I totally forgot to remove the space heater, so the water is heating up a bit, but we are cooling it down again, so this is a bit of a waste. Let's remove this and put a bed in here. In our main base, we can continue removing as much as we can, so this can all go now. This can also go. This can go. I mean, these can go. We're not using this anymore, so this can all go. Everything except the power cable here. Let's see. Do we have some? Yeah, we still have some of this. This can all be removed. Right, this is now all in. What I want to do is make this all the way up here and then through. But here I somewhere want to make a, let's say, transit tube crossing, because we want to make a wall here in the end. Let's actually already do something like this. In order to build this, of course, we need ladders here, so let's make them as well. Alright, we can also actually remove all of this crap now. It took me quite long to do this, but yeah, now we can, like this. We can remove that one. Don't remove that. We can remove all of this. We can remove all these pipes. We actually still have something in there. We can remove all of that and all of these pipes. Yeah, let's not remove these yet because we have quite a bit of liquid still in there. It's still flushing into our infinite storage. But yeah, this already cleans up a bit. Let's actually create a liquid pipe over to here. We're going to go, let's go like this through the bottom of here, and then we can, if I can make this, I will. And let's see in here, did we already progress? Yeah, we have removed all the water from here, so we can actually deconstruct everything now. And then we can sweep everything up, and then we can finally, wait, we have some igneous rock up here and also up there. Interesting. Not sure what's gonna happen with that, but it's not that much. It's unreachable. I can actually already deconstruct this and this part, and the nose cone will just drop down if we do that. So it's gonna be more easily reachable. And we can deconstruct this ladder, but it will drop down. Actually, having said that, we are going to make a couple of ladders here. Otherwise, we keep dropping things in here, which we will never be able to pick up again. So I'm going to just make some obsidian ladders in places where stuff might drop. Actually, all of these. Yeah, let's just make them everywhere. It's okay. And this way we can reach everything, pick everything up if we drop something. Because these ladders here, for example, they will drop down there. Alright, the rocket is empty, so let's deconstruct it now. So this part I want to dig out at this spot. We want to make a ladder that goes to here approximately, and this is going to be a spot where we can make 2 more infinite liquid storages. I'm guessing I will make one for petroleum, because we always have a little bit of petroleum lying around, for example here, which is not nice, and then one we will have for supercoolant. Yes, we will have an infinite storage for supercoolant as well. It's going to be a little bit excessive, probably. I don't know how much I will have in there, but infinite is infinite. I never mind infinite. And I'm already going to dig out everything up until here, because this is just convenient for the storages that we want to build at some point. All right, let's break through this because I want to connect these, and that way we will always be able to get to the top. Because right now we're running to here and then going to the top if we need to go to here, and we can also do that from the base or from here directly. So let's just make this, and then that is possible. Then we don't need these ladders anymore. Alright, power-wise, we're looking pretty decent now with all these extra solar panels and also with these hydrogen generators added. So let's start looking at this oxidizer setup. It's gonna take quite a bit of power, but as I just said, we have a bit of power. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make an oxygen station down here. We need a bit of power for that, so let's set that up. I'm gonna make some heavy watt conductive wire, connect it up to there. We're gonna make a couple of tiles here. We're gonna make a tile there, and then I'm gonna make some refinements, and it's going to be an oxalide refinery that we're going to set up here. This one will need oxygen to create oxalide. The oxalide will drop on the floor, and of course we don't want to off-gas that, so we're gonna make a bottle emptier to drop a little bit of liquid, and that way we prevent it from off-gassing. Then I also want to prevent them from storing it here, so we're gonna remove the oxalide from here. Right, so this needs a little bit of power. And that should already be it. We could grab the oxygen from here, but this actually consumes quite a bit of oxygen. Let me actually see. Can I see it somewhere? It requires 600 grams of oxygen per second, which is a little bit more than one full gas pump. But I'm just going to set up one gas pump. We have so much oxygen here. So I'm just going to put a gas pump here. And then we're gonna pump the oxygen from there directly into here. But before we do that, actually, I want to make sure that we don't pump everything that's not oxygen. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make a high pressure vent. And this one should be closed if there's something not oxygen here. In order to do that, we have a gas pipe element sensor right here. Then we need a NOT gate because we want everything not oxygen. Should open this pressure gas vent, so we need a NOT gate, which is here. Then we put this next to it, and then we can connect this up with automation, and then we set our sensor to oxygen, and then automatically, oh, where is it? There it is, breathable gas, oxygen, and that should make sure that if we find something that is not oxygen, it should automatically be released here. And because this is so much oxygen here, we can basically use a lot of this. And this should be quite a bit of power, quite a bit of oxygen for now. So let's connect this up with power as well. But before we start everything from going here, I want to drop in a little bit of water. Or should I put some petroleum here? We still have some petroleum, right? So let's do petroleum. Everything that we have around, we have a little bit here. And we also have a bit in the on the bottom here for some reason. So let's sweep that up. We're going to drop that here. How much is this? 600 grams. This is 10 kilograms. Okay, that should be enough to create a layer here. Why did I make it here? 1 second. Let me put this on this side. Because on this spot, of course, I want to make the wall at some point. Okay, so let's connect this. Then we should see nothing happening. Pipe blocked. Oh, we need to pass this through here. So the oxygen will make this green, so it goes through. And if we have something else, which we'll not see quickly, we will find something else here. But yeah, you can see here we're now creating oxalide, and this is drawing actually quite a bit of power. I think this takes 1200 watts or something like that. Yeah, 1.2 kilowatts. So we will be drawing quite a bit of power, but we can see here that we already have over half our batteries full, which is pretty good, if I say so myself. It's been a while since my batteries have been this full. So yeah, we will have some oxalide for later on when we are going to make a new rocket, which will need oxidizer. And if we make the big rocket, then the fertilizer will actually not be enough anymore. We will need to use some oxalite. Alright, we have now 1152 kilograms of oxalite. That is enough for now. I could have made an automatic system to detect if we have enough, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna disconnect the gas pump for now. That means also that we can get a bit more oxygen here because it was getting rather thin. We have plenty on other spots as well. Alright, as the last thing in this episode, let's start making our huge rocket. So it's going to be a big petroleum engine. It's gonna be made out of steel. So let's put that on top. Then I want to have the Spacefarer module actually first. So let's build that. Then we're gonna have two large liquid fuel tanks. 1, 2. And then we need to have a large solid oxidizer tank for the oxidizer. And then our rocket is already quite high, but it's gonna be a lot higher than that. I need to make a couple of ladders up so we can reach everything. But on top of here, I also want to add, I guess, a battery. Always good to have a battery. And then I want to have some solar panels. So we need to have, let's make 3 for now. And at the end, we also want to have the nose cone, of course. Let's make it out of gold and ceramic, of course. And that actually leaves us with a little bit more. Now you can also see here the top of space, and you can see that I can go 2 over. And this is what I saw in the last episode, that the 35 doesn't count from here, which you would expect, but the 35 comes from here. And you can see here that this rocket perfectly can get up to here. Yeah, let's make a couple of ladders and we'll be able to fill everything up. Let me see, we need to have liquid pipes going up into the fuel tanks. Let's make a bridge to go over this one. And I also want to have liquids going up here. This is for our water. Whoops. Like this. Let's make it all the way in there. And this way we can bring up the petroleum and we can bring up some liquids for inside our Spacefarer module. We're not gonna put the inside today. We're gonna do that in the next episode where we're also gonna fly off with this rocket to discover space, which also means that we will be building, let me see, a telescope in here so we can detect tiles of the star map. So we're gonna detect quite a bit of the star map. We should be able to fly 20 tiles. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we can see 2 or 3 wide, that means we can detect actually everything with this rocket. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Anyway, so these fuel tanks are in. Let's actually just fuel up this rocket. We can have 1800 kilograms of petroleum in here. Let's see, everything should be hooked up. Yep. So let's pause, set this to maximum 1800. So that's 3 times 500 and then another 300. Yeah, I guess something like that. 1800, 555, yeah, and 300. And here we have the solid oxidizer tank, and this is exactly why we got this oxalite. We need 900 kilograms, which we have. So let's just fill this up. Use the oxalite that we built here. And then we have a little bit left. There we have it, 900 kilograms of oxalite. And this will give our rocket the 20 tiles of range. We are now at 5 tiles because we have 500 kilograms of petroleum in there. Let's send over some more. Alright, we have built most of this. As you can see here now, we are 4 tiles from space. Everything is fueled up. And you can see we have 20 tiles of range. We have 1800 kilograms of fuel and 1800 kilograms of oxidizer, and it's 1-to-1. 90 kilograms of fuel consumed per tile. So yeah, 20 tiles. which is sufficient, as I said, to discover everything. And that's what we're gonna do in the next episode. In the meantime, I'll be continuing cleaning everything out here. As you can see, we are making a lot of progress, removing all the ice here. Of course, we have a lot more ice here, which we can remove, and here as well. And I'll do that maybe offline. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that without people having to see everything I'm doing, because this is a little bit tedious, takes a lot of time. Or I will just do that while I'm discovering space, which is also going to be a lot of time. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna park it here. We can enable this again to make our next load of oxalite, because of course when our rocket has flown the 10 tiles or the 20 tiles, it's going to be needed to be loaded up again, and we're gonna need some more oxalite for that. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Our ice storage has a lot of ice. Let's see, can we go to the liquefiable again? We have 318 tons of ice, which is of course absurd. We also have almost 100 tons of polluted ice. We even have a bit of carbon dioxide. I hope it's not stored here, but I guess I also dump it in here. It's in the list. Let me just remove it, because carbon dioxide ice isn't something I want to store here necessarily. Our batteries are doing pretty okay. Yeah, they're drained quite a bit from this device as well, but it doesn't have to run all the time, luckily. That was it for the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and see you in the next one.